Okay, so this is a video of this MCD 5000 set up with an RGU. So look at the hardware first. So I've got one handset here. Currently says, if you can see that, radio device is off. All right, we have one RGU, and the comms between the two are, it's green and it's correct. And then I've got an XPR here. I have two XPRs, in fact. This one right here is with the firmware 2.9, and this one here is with the newer firmware, and the problems exist for both. And then this is the cable coming out in the back here. Well, anyway, we have on the bottom, we have the switch, and then hooked up to LAN B here, and the same over on that guy. And then as far as the remote is concerned, I have it plugged in using the COM. There's also this 4-wire as well, and I had that plugged in, but obviously I think that goes to nowhere. So I don't have it plugged in. It didn't make any difference. Well, the one difference that it made if I plugged it in is it did somehow, it would, on startup, it might light the green light here for a second and then make an alarm every 5 minutes or so. So I don't think that this thing has anything to do with it. All right, and then I just have an unmanaged switch right here. And then go over to the computer and we look at the setup here. All right, so this is the control CT, I guess, control terminal. And the system has this gateway, and we'll just go ahead and look at the configuration here. So this is the RGU. And then on the RGU, it is an RGU, and then this is the IP address for it. And then the radio resource properties, Moto Turbo over IP, trunked, and then this is the IP address that I have in the code plug, and I'll get to the code plug in a minute. There are, I'm just going to go through here the IP configuration, and I just picked this because it was in the manual. Not that I would have a default gateway ending in 254, just so we're clear on that. And then let me see what else is there. The radio resource properties I talked about already. It's not a desk set, so I don't really see any reasons why that is. And then this port right here is on, I guess, so port 1. I never did kind of get what these two things actually mean. And then here's some advanced. There's no paging here. So anyway, so that's that unit. And then this is the desk set, and I wonder why the desk set says that it's a gateway unit. I've always wondered that. But anyway, when we go and take a look at this, I have it just as a gateway type unit is an MCD 5000 desk set, and its IP address is 1098.6698, and that's it. And its general properties are this. I'm not completely clear how it knows, what the radio resource properties. I'm not completely sure how it knows, what RGU to use. So anyway, it's this here. You know, I'm supposedly, I guess it does it through, you know, through here. Must know that it's linked somehow. So anyway, that's what we've got here. You know, this is the resource list that's associated with it. I don't really know what else to say. And then as far as the code plug is concerned about the radio that's on here right now, this is just walk you through this. All right, so I'm just doing it with the old CPS because that was what was in the manual. So you can see this is the last firmware before 2.10. And then I mean the accessories, when you go and you look at it right here, I have them set up exactly the way that they are in the manual. Okay. And then as far as the network is concerned, I put it on the same subnet, 10.98.66.92, and you know, and the accessory IP is .93, and I've tried 92 and 93 in the gateway here, and it just doesn't make any difference at all. So when I look at the radio resource property, I have it as 93 right now, which should be the accessory port IP, and it's just not there. Now I have the PC obviously in here, and so if I go to the command line prompt and I ping these addresses, so 88 and 98, so 10.98.66.88. I'm getting a reply, so I know it's there. Okay, and then 98. Okay. All right, but there is no 92 or 93, which I would tend to think would have to be available, but you know, it's not there. So it's not seeing that IP address. And not seeing it, period. And then this MCT thing right here, you know, I have this loaded in this system here, so that system 1, Swedish 1, so it finds it and starts and all the rest of it. And I gotta log in with this tech thing. Tech. A, B, C, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, E, F, G, H, star. Alright, and you know, it seems to be okay. So, and you know, the cable, and I did restart the radio and everything all the time, and it just does not activate that IP address. And it could be that it's a lousy cable, but I mean, this is the cable. It has the standard XPR configuration on it. I was going to take a look at this pinout, you know, but who knows? It's possible they screwed that up. But anyway, that's it. And make any difference what you do, you know, start this all over and so on, you know. But if I shut down the gateway, it will show that it has an X in here, and it'll show that the gateway isn't available. So I know everything is working up until we get to the radio.